Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
Raw and uncut, Jiggy Jag, you know how he do it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it all the way live.
Broadcasting live from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Well, I'm sitting here with a linguist. I had no idea. I didn't know you were, but I didn't know that you were a wordsmith.
Call Jiggy right now. 267-22-JIGGY.
Daddy fun.
Hey Jiggy, what's happening, man? Reminds me of that David Bowie song. Jiggy play guitar. It's a great name, man. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Presenting
I'm Mike Massey, and you can catch me on Jiggy Jag TV and see a few of my trick shots there. Thank you very much.
Jiggy Jaguar.
I never knew what freedom was until I saw you lose yours.
I think I blew out the headphones. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show, coast to coast, border to border, all over the World Wide Web, and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Thanks for tuning in to the big broadcast from the Transvideo Worldwide Studios in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas. Monday through Friday, we are live, 2 to 5 Central, 3 to 6 Eastern, 12 to 3 Pacific, 24/7 at JiggyJaguar.com on the TuneIn apps and Radio Loyalty. And we've got a podcast, which is available each and every evening over there at JiggyJaguar.com. And, of course, 267-225-4449 or 267-22-JIGGY. And, of course, this first segment of the world-famous big broadcast is brought to you by our good friends at GoSim. That's right. With offices in the U.S. and the U.K., GoSim is the leading global provider of prepaid SIM cards and services that enable leisure and business travelers to use their cell phones abroad at prices they can afford. GoSim is a privately owned company with vast experience in telecommunications. The team at GoSim constantly use their experience to provide innovative new products and services to make it easier and cheaper to use your cell phone while traveling abroad. GoSim.com/?JIGGY That's GoSim.com/?JIGGY on the old internets. The big story, I guess, is Justin Bieber. I don't care about that story, so we're going to talk about it here. What the bigger story is... By the way, we have an update to our website at kjagradio.com. So that's not really the big story, but the bigger story, ladies and gentlemen, is that Major League Baseball is preparing new Department of Homeland Security screening measures at all ballparks. I kind of figured this was going to happen at some stage of the game. The Boston bombing is being used as an excuse for increased security rollout. Isn't that nice? Major League Baseball teams have begun announcing their new metal detector and screening measures Tuesday, a mandatory league-wide policy expecting a full implementation by 2015. Using the Boston Marathon bombing as justification, of course, because it's all about these bombings. All venues have been required to subject fans to handheld metal detection sweeps or walk-through magnometers as a result of the Department of Homeland Security's encroaching relationship with professional sports leagues. This procedure, which results from Major League Baseball's continuing work with the Department of Homeland Security to standardize security practices across the game, will be in addition to bag checks that are now uniform throughout the MLB. Baseball spokesperson Michael Teven told the Associated Press. Following a prelim test phase at several ballparks, teams such as the Seattle Mariners have announced the implementation of a walk-through detector for the upcoming season, a policy the MLB claims no fan opposes. Of course they don't. Now, what does the Department of Homeland Security have to do with sports? Also, don't these sporting leagues have their own security measures in place? Little strange. Following a preliminary test phase, let's see here. We conducted testing of measures at the All-Star Game and at both World Series venues last year, and we were pleased that it was effective and received without issue from the fans. Commenting on the new policy in an official press release, Seattle Mariners security director, see, once again, don't they have their own security? And of course, I think they do. Sylvester Servants reassured fans that the screening process was in their best interest. Of course, it's always in your best interest. The Mariners and Major League Baseball are keenly aware of the current security environment at public events. We believe this step is necessary, poses minimal inconvenience, and ultimately will serve the best interests of the fans. Of course it will. Despite evidence indicating clear foreknowledge, the federal government has continued to use the Boston Marathon as justification for increased police state measures across the board. See, this is the thing. I've never heard of any type of problems at baseball games. So what they should have done is they should have had some sort of false flag or something take place at a baseball game. Or a hockey game or something. And they could be like, oh, well, we got to put all these measures in place. Just last year, bags and purses were banned from all National Football League stadiums at the direction of the Department of Homeland Security, claiming bombs are likely to be smuggled through items such as seat cushions. Fans are now required to carry their possessions in 1-gallon clear plastic freezer bags. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is why I don't go to baseball games. This is why I don't go to football games. Just this week, the U.S. National Nuclear Security Administration announced that a low-flying helicopter would be used to monitor radiation levels at the upcoming Super Bowl in New Jersey. An over-the-top measure to stop potential dirty bombs. Of course. The Super Bowl's never been bombed, ever. Ever. But this year might be the year that they're going to do it. During the 2012 Super Bowl, thousands of stadium vendors were taught how to spot potential terrorist activities. Oh, my God, guys. During a mandated TSA training program, fans were also subject to full-body pat-downs, a policy ordered by the DHS in 2011. While strangling the public's Fourth Amendment in the name of alleged security, yes, indeed, a recent Freedom of Information Act request uncovered documents that confirm the State Department's role in allowing members of the Muslim Brotherhood, a known terrorist group, to bypass airport security while traveling through the U.S., not in 2009, not in the year 2000, not after September 11th, 2012. 3 years ago. Despite bee stings being more dangerous to human life than terrorism, the federal government continues in its attempts to create a paranoid society, always keeping the public's attention away from the proven historical danger. Toll-free call. Hold on here. You're live on the air. Who is this?
Please hold.
Oh. Wait a sec. They're holding for us. Jazz music. Is this the Adele show?
We apologize for the delay. Please continue.
No problem. No problem. I don't know why you're calling a live radio show from an 800 number, but that's fine. This is not the Ed Till Show if you're tuning in.
Thank you for continuing to hold. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered in the order in which it was received.
I didn't make a call here.
Hi, can I speak to Sean, please?
I have no clue who the hell this is. This is a live radio show across the country. Who is this?
Well, I was looking for Sean Gates. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, we must have the wrong number. Sorry about it.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I love it. I love it. Coast to coast and border to border, it is the world famous Jiggy Jaguar your show, all over the damn place. I am looking for Sean Gates. I know who Sean Gates is. That's Israel's government name, as the rappers would say. That's his shoot name, as you would say in the world of professional wrestling. The world of professional wrestling. Dun dun dun. God, I was really hoping it was like one of these companies where they get you on the phone and they're like, Can we confirm who this is? I love those kind of folks. And I've been trying to get them to call me when we can get them on the air here. Because what they do is they call up and they go, well, is this? And then they, read my social security number to me. And it's like, what is this regarding? And they're like, well, we need to confirm that we're speaking with number. And then they read my social security number. And it's like, got a question for you. Who is this? As Seinfeld would say. And they're like, well, we need to know who if we're speaking with the right person. And I said, well, I'm not going to be able to tell you if you don't tell me who you are. So, it's always fun. But getting back to the, this was originally appeared at StoryLeak.com. The story that I was just reading about the good old Major League Baseball and all that stuff. Here's the thing. I don't know why we are... I remember reading in the 1980s about all the Russians were going to get us. Oh my God, the Russians are coming for us. And I read about this over and over and over, and we had the Red Scare, and oh my God, there's people in Hollywood that are communists, and oh my God, and oh, run for your lives, and all the shit. But now it's terrorism. Isn't there a, and I'll have to look this up here. I remember a sketch from the Robot Chicken, that's what it is, on Comedy Central, or on a Cartoon Network. And there it is. Let's see if I can pull it. Here we go. We'll pull this up for our television viewers, because this is quite an interesting piece of business here. We're going to pull this up
I pledge allegiance to the Hag of the United States of Fart.
Is this your child? He may think saying fart is funny, but by disrespecting America, he's encouraging terrorism. Even now, our enemies are searching for signs of weakness in our great land.
I was just trying to be funny.
America loves a joke, but not when the punchline is terrorism.
Oops, I only put on 49 stars.
Terrorism.
We just voted Democrat.
Terrorism.
Time to light the Hanukkah menorah, kids.
Terrorism.
Ooh, what about the core?
Could be good.
Terrorism.
Thank you for watching our latest Homeland Security video. We will be replacing the color-coded terrorist alert system with one that uses rubber duckies. Quack, quack. This one symbolizes all clear. His name is Engelbert.
That's pretty much what's going on in the in this day and age, kids. So whenever you, I'm gonna have to record this deal here, because this is the greatest line. Anything happens that is crazy in the world, let's blame it Of course, on
terrorism.
I love it. It is some serious situations, and it's something that we shouldn't be laughing at, but good God in heaven, sometimes you have to. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. We're going to take a quick little time out here. And, actually, why do I always say a quick time out? Because there is no such thing on this broadcast as a quick time out. We're going to take our regular standard time out. When we come back, we're going to talk about CNN firing a bunch of people. I think they're freeing up money for Jay Leno, but that's just me. And we'll talk about this Joshua Black character. Wow. He's trying to do something that's just not going to happen. He's trying to generate all sorts of buzz. We've got more when we get back.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio Loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth Update. Here's Heather Wagenhals.
Are tax-free bonds worth it? Bonds are a form of debt security, kind of like an IOU. You lend money to a government, municipality, or corporation known as an issuer, and in exchange you are paid a specific rate of interest over time along with repayment of your initial loan. A tax-free bond is issued by a government or municipality and still paid with an annual fixed rate, but exempt from taxes. Funds raised from these bonds are invested into structured projects with maturities of 10, 15, or 20 years. They build things like ballparks, courthouses, or other public works projects. If you're rich, you are more likely to hold tax-free bonds where the principal is preserved, though the interest earned from these types of bonds will not significantly add to your total wealth. For more great resources to help you create unlimited wealth and happiness, visit our website at crackingyourmoneycode.com. I'm Heather Wagenhals. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
Back to the Jiggy Jaguar Show on the network.
Oh, quite an interesting day today. Just all sorts of odd things happening. We're going to talk about them in detail in this first hour. Welcome to your second part of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. The big story today, of course, no one's talking about the Major League Baseball parks and the NSA. Nobody's talking about China getting ready to bomb a bunch of people. We've got a potential World War III getting ready to happen. No, none of that. We're talking about Justin Bieber. I don't understand these things. JiggyJaguar.com, by the way, for more information on what we're up to. Justin Bieber, of course, is been arrested for drag racing and DUI. The only reason that I bring this up, I'm going to spend less than a segment on this, is the fact that if you go over to the Drudge Report, they have this picture of Justin Bieber, and it's when he was a little kid, and it says underneath, "Save me," and then over to the side, you have Death Watch, bombed Bieber, busted in South Beach. There's a lot of bees in that. The bees. Make a Glenn Beck reference here. DUI and drag racing. It's got his mugshot up there, which, of course, he of course, is smiling and having a good time. But I find it very, well, I don't find it strange, because it is, of course, the world we live in. Smoking weed all day, of course. Let's blame the weed, kids. Charged with resisting arrest. He had a police escort to a strip club. CNN's going to air a special on roller coaster life. So, that's that. The issue I want to talk about is this story, and I think probably Tom Likas will cover this later on blowmeuptom.com. As soon as we get out of here, I encourage you to go switch over, much like I do every single evening, to Tom Likas. But KansasCity.com, the Kansas City Star reports, judge rules that Kansan who provided sperm to lesbian couple owes child support. Here we go, kids. A man who provided sperm to a lesbian couple in response to an online ad is the father of a child born to one of the women and must pay child support, says a Kansas judge on Wednesday. What? What? I heard about this story a couple years ago. It's just now taken this time for them to rule. Topeka resident William Morata is more like it for moron, had argued that he had waived his parental rights and didn't intend to be a father. Shawnee County District Judge Mary Matavy rejected that claim, saying the parties didn't involve a licensed physician in the artificial insemination process, and thus Murata didn't qualify as a sperm donor. The Topeka Capital Journal reported, in this case, quite simply, the parties failed to perform to statutory requirement of the Kansas Parentage Act or something in not enlisting a licensed physician at some point in the artificial insemination process, and the parties' self-designation of Murata as a sperm donor is insufficient to relieve Murata of parental right and responsibilities to the child. The Kansas Department for Children and Families filed the case in October of 2012, seeking to have Murata declared the father of a child born to Jennifer Schreiner in 2009. The state's objective was to hold Murata responsible for about $6,000 in public assistance that the state provided, as well as future child support. Of course. That's what they're wanting here, is this guy's cash. Murata opposed the action, saying he had contacted Schreiner and her partner at the time, Angela Bauer, in response to an ad they placed on Craigslist seeking a sperm donor. He said he signed a contract waiving his parental rights and responsibilities. Attorneys for the state contended the contract was moot because the parties didn't follow a 1994 Kansas law requiring a licensed physician to perform the artificial insemination when donors were involved. Oh my God. During oral arguments at a hearing in October, Timothy Keck, co-lead counsel for the state, said the case focused on child support. Murata's attorney, Benoit Sweenan, or Benoit, I'm not sure, cited several court rulings that he said support the argument that Murata is legally a sperm donor and not required to pay child support. Swinton also argued that the Kansas statute doesn't specifically require the artificial insemination to be carried out by a physician. Court documents show Schreiner indicated that she didn't know the name of the donor or have any information about him in her application for child support. However, a sperm donor contract between Murata and the couple includes his name, and the agency noted that the couple talked about their appreciation for him in an interview with the Capital Journal. A filing Wednesday by the Department of Children and Families argues the sperm donor contract overlooks the quote-unquote well-established law in the state that a person cannot contract away from his or her obligations to support their child. The right for support belongs to the child, not the parents, the filing says. The agency said it also received different versions of the donor contract from Murata and Schreiner, suggesting that the document may be invalid on its face. We stand by that contract, Sweenan said. The institution is offensive, and we are responding vigorously to that. There was no personal relationship whatsoever between my client and the mother or the partner of the mother or the child. Anything the state insinuates is vilifying my client, and I will address it. You gotta be out of your mind. You know what I think is funny about this is that the Kansas City Star disabled the comments for this story. That is what's even funnier. Oh, kids. Oh, I just hate this story. I just think that this guy is getting railroaded. He is getting railroaded. We are going to post this story in full just in case you want to go back and read it. Don't bother to try to comment because, of course, they've disabled the comments. Shocking. 31 minutes past the hour. Thanks for joining us here today. And Frank Savalto was supposed to join us in the next segment, but he will not be here. We're going to take another quick timeout. Actually, we're going to take our standard timeout. When we come back, we will chat about this Florida Republican who's in deep trouble for agreeing that President Obama should be hanged for treason. Yesterday, we were supposed to cover this story. I didn't. But there is some news. There's a follow-up to this story. Oh my God. Go. We're going to take a time out. Be back after this.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth Update. Here's Heather Wagenhals.
Today's update is on saving money at the gas pump. It seems everywhere we turn, gas is on the rise. Here are a few tips to save at the pump. Skip treks across town. Smartphone apps can track and tell you the best places to fuel up close by. Find credit cards that offer gas rewards. Saving 5% each time adds up. Be sure to pay them off every month. Regular oil changes keep your engine performing optimally and lower consumption, as well as maintaining properly inflated tires. Clean out the wagon. Ditch excess weight by removing Grandma's armoire from the back of your SUV because you had nowhere to put it. Consider a fuel-efficient vehicle change if traveling less is not an option. Also, plan outings wisely by mapping errands and knocking as many things off lists in one trip. For more great resources to help you create unlimited wealth and happiness, visit our website at crackingyourmoneycode.com. I'm Heather Wagenhals. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
Talk with Jiggy right now at 1-866-763-1242 and email Jiggy Jaguar at jiggyjaguar.com.
Well, yesterday on this broadcast, we decided we were going to do a story about this congressman, this Joshua Black character. Never got a chance to do it. We have some time. I wanted to get this covered. 37 minutes after the hour, welcome to the big broadcast from the Transmedia Worldwide Studios in Hutchinson, Kansas. We are live as live can get. We're 24/7 at JiggyJaguar.com on the TuneIn apps and Radio Loyalty. And, of course, this segment of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show brought to you by our good friends over there at Jordan's Juice Barbecue Sauce. Juice it up with Jordan's. Find them online at jordansjuice.com. And, of course, Greg does a hell of a job. He's always got all the different things served up. He makes it happen. It appears that the WWE really feels like they got Sting coming in this year, by the way. But I don't want to talk about that. We talk about this guy. Now, yesterday, this comes from The Blaze, Glenn Beck's website. Florida Republican in deep trouble for agreeing that President Obama should be hanged for treason. What? What a stupid bunch of crap. A Republican candidate for the Florida House of Representatives, of course. He's trying to get over. Is in hot water after he agreed Monday that President Barack Obama should be hanged for treason. Joshua Black, an African-American, I can't make this up, your name is your destiny, agreed to the idea of hanging the president after a Twitter user sent him the following public message. I'm past impeachment. It's time to arrest and hang him high. Agreed, Black tweeted in response. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Republican candidate for the House in Florida in a nearby district, Chris LaTavla, was quick to denounce Black. You aren't seriously calling for the killing of Obama, are you? LaTavla asked, adding that Black is an embarrassment. Black remained defiant, explaining that Obama could only be executed after he has stood trial. Execution is the appropriate punishment for traitors. Hashtag Benedict Arnold. Hashtag read American history. Hashtag criminal politicians. Black then took to Facebook to explain himself. To everyone who was offended that I said that the President of the United States should be hanged for treason, that this man who drowned Alawaki on a suspicion of terrorism not proven later killed his 15-year-old son for nothing more than being a son. This is also the man who sought to have Bradley Manning and Eric Snowden executed for treason when they didn't kill anyone, nor does the U.S. government pretend to believe that they cost any spies their lives. This would be exactly what the President has done to others, and as Jesus said, the measure ye eat meat, it shall be meted to you again. I make no apologies for saying that the President is not above the people. If ordinary Americans should be executed for treason, so should he. So don't stop at impeachment. Remove him. Try him before a jury. The very right that he arbitrarily denied to Alawaki and his 15-year-old son, and upon his sure convictions, and execute him. Thus he has done, thus it should be done to him. Hashtag Benedict Arnold. Why are we using hashtags on Facebook? I know they're allowed, but... Wasn't long before the local GOP chairman, Michael Guru, Republican Governor Rick Scott, and others joined LaTavla in calling on Black to abandon his bid for Congress. It is impossible to accept the statement. Guru said this is wholly unacceptable and unduly provocative. Joshua Black's comments on President Barack Obama are outrageous. Governor Scott tweeted Tuesday, Floridians expect more from our leaders, and he should immediately withdraw his candidacy to represent families of Venice County. Black resigned Tuesday from a liaison position with the Pinellas County Republican Executive Committee. Of course he did. I don't know who this is. Yeah, we have a call. Who is this? You're calling us from England. What the hell's going on?
Hey, this is Gordon. This is Gordon McLeod. I'm calling from a Jiggy Jaguar party, which happens twice a week, every time we listen to your show.
You are having a Jiggy Jaguar party, apparently.
Yeah, all our friends here. 1 second.
What are they doing?
Yeah, man, it's pretty wild.
You're having a Jiggy Jaguar party live on the air here with us. Why are you having a Jiggy Jaguar party?
You know, we just sit around, smoke a few doobies and listen to the show.
Of course. Well, thank you.
That's how we do it in England.
Thank you for doing it that way in England. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Smoking weed. Having a good time.
Okay. Well, you guys have fun.
Time.
You have fun, and we'll talk soon.
Man.
Appreciate it.
Keep it real. You do your thing. I'll do my thing.
That'll work.
Talk for life.
Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you soon, man. Appreciate it. I don't know what the hell that was. I think that was supposed to be a prank call. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's get back to this. Black resigned Tuesday. Of course he did. From a liaison position with the Pinellas County Republican Executive Committee, according to WTSP-TV. Oh, he's a trusted news source. He said he would not drop out of the race. Republican Party of Florida Chairman Lenny Curry condemned Black's tweet. That garbage does not represent the values of the people I know. Black said Tuesday that he'd been paid a visit by the United States Secret Service. Oh, I wonder what they wanted to chat about. There is a follow-up to this story at 44 minutes after the hour. They're having a... What are they having Jiggy Jaguar parties for? Why are they having... Apparently they're having them in England. Apparently they have them every week. This show's on every day. But they have them every week in England. Maybe it's a Sunday radio show. I don't know these things. There's a follow-up here. Mediaite, which is a trusted news source, Josh Feldman reports that the GOP candidate stands by for calling Obama's hanging and comparing him to George Zimmerman now. Oh, yay. Here we go. A Republican candidate running for the Florida State House came under fire this week. Of course, we mentioned this earlier for President Barack Obama's hanging. In a follow-up remarks, Black acknowledged that we don't use hanging as a method of execution here in the U.S. anymore. He just wants justice to be served no matter what form it is carried out in. He went on to make a comparison between Obama and George Zimmerman. Apparently there is video, so we will immediately, and this, of course, will be followed by some sort of commercial, I would assume. Yes, they're some sort of commercial. We'll put this up on the YouTubes or whatever it is. Here we go.
All right, Josh, near 10 o'clock, we are hearing from the Florida State House candidate who sent a very inflammatory tweet. And I'm sorry to repeat this, but I'm going to tell you so you know what it is. He's calling for President Obama to be arrested and hanged. That is the term he is using. He is a Republican candidate named Joshua Black, and tonight he is standing by the tweet. Fox 13.7 Axelbank has been looking into this. The Secret Service is now investigating this, Evan. I'm sure they want to know just who he is.
Well, they do, and the Secret Service, John, tells me that whether charges are filed will depend whether Mr. Black had any intent, they say, to cause harm. Now, they interviewed Black for about 10 minutes today, with Black telling me afterwards that he didn't do anything wrong, and as you said, John, he is standing behind his "Hang the President" tweet. We met Joshua Black at a Walmart on Route 19 in St. Pete, where the State House candidate repeated his comments
Hey,
about
met him at a
President Obama,
Walmart.
with one exception.
I know that we don't use hanging as the method of execution here in the U.S. anymore. So be it. Whatever method is, legal and applicable for the situation, I just want justice to be served.
There's a lot that grinds his gears about the president, but his tweet,
You know what
Black
grinds
was
my
someone who said that
gears?
the president should be hung high, came from anger over a 2011 drone strike that killed Anwar al-Awlaki, an American-born al-Qaeda in Yemen. Al-Awlaki's son died soon after in a strike that officials later admitted was a mistake.
When George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin, he got a trial. And whatever was going to happen had to come out of that trial. President Obama kills a 15-year-old, somebody else's teenage son, and gets no trial?
The lone Republican candidate for House District 68 is taking more than a little heat. Republican Chris Latvala called him an embarrassment and the loser of the week.
I don't care.
His
Loser of the
Democratic
week.
opponent is Dwight Dudley.
Loser of the
who
week.
Out fundraised Black 14.
Actually, he's a
That's
winner
pretty
of the
evident
week
that,
because he's
not
getting out there.
Someone who's serious or responsible or appropriate in running for public office.
Right before Black drove off to be interviewed by the Secret Service, he insisted that his comments weren't threats. I asked whether he was concerned that his words could incite violence against the president.
Not with all the guns he has around him, no. That's the whole reason for having Secret Service. The whole reason for having firearms is personal protection.
So what is the future of that House race that he is involved in? Well, our political editor, Craig Patrick, tells me that even though that area of St. Petersburg has seen a recent Democratic trend, he believes that that district is still very much even in terms of the party enrollment between Democrats, Republicans, and independents. So he says the district is even, and Craig says he would not be surprised that another Republican might jump into this race, considering what we have seen here today. We'll send it back to you folks, John and Kelly.
Yeah, you
Well, yeah, you could go to our website at whatever.com. You know what grinds my gears? I gotta turn this audio up on the YouTube. What's going on here?
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. You.
Now, I don't know. It doesn't matter here. We're going to continue to let all these guys in Europe continue to smoke their doobs. You keep doing you, and I'll keep doing me, Jiggy Jaguar. Have to find that guy. Have him cut some liners for us. Get that guy back on the phone. I honestly think that was supposed to be a prank call. But that's awesome.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth Update. Here's Heather Wagenhals.
Today's update is on the types of credit cards. These lovely pieces of flexible plastic can bring about our wildest dreams and worst nightmares in one swoop. The different types mean different fees. Charge cards are a type that require you to pay the full amount you charged each month. There's no interest charges, and they often come with rewards. Credit cards offer a revolving line of credit, meaning you can carry a balance month to month instead of paying it in full. Essentially, you're taking out a loan. The card issuers require a minimum payment due each and every month, and interest accrues on unpaid balances. Prepaid cards generally can be used where credit cards are accepted and overseas. Single-load gift cards cannot be used internationally or to access cash. For more great resources to help you create unlimited wealth and happiness, visit our website at crackingyourmoneycode.com. I'm Heather Wagenhals. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
Jiggy Jaguar, the 2008 Community Access Television Rookie of the Year, and the Jiggy Jaguar Radio Show on the network and jiggyjaguar.com.
Coast to coast and border to border all over the World Wide Web and on 50 plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Doing the damn thing as always on a fabulous, fabulous Thursday. 56 minutes after the hour, we're going to do a quick little story before we go to the next hour of this broadcast. In the next hour, we will talk to Gerhard. I taped it earlier today. Talked to him on Skype. He called us from New Zealand. I had to get up early to do it. But it was well worth the interview. It's good stuff. Now, before we get into our next hour here, quick little story here. NBC and CNN reporters pounce on Huckabee's libido comments and forced to issue corrections. Entertainer and former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee appeared on Thursday to play right into the hands of the Democrats with a full frontal offensive in the war on women. Huckabee had the gall to suggest that women require the federal government provide them with birth control because they cannot control their libido. At least that's what the press would lead you to believe. CNN reporter Dana Bash and NBC News correspondent Casey Hunt were quick to tweet the comments with Huckabee delivered to the Republican National Committee's winter meeting in Washington. At RNC meeting, Micah Huckabee just said federal government shouldn't help women with who can't control their libido with birth control. Huckabee, women helpless without Uncle Sugar coming in and providing them birth control. What galling commentary and such demeaning conduct toward women. Clearly, Huckabee didn't get the memo recommending a softening of Republicans' rhetoric. Just under 30 minutes after they sent out the original tweets, both Hunt and Bash issued corrections in subsequent tweets, which significantly alter the context in which Huckabee's were first presented. To be clear, Mike Huckabee said Dems insult women, thinking. To be clear, Huck says Dems bully. Rest assured, the first impression will be the one that sticks. Huckabee's biting comments delivered before a partisan audience will be endlessly parsed and framed as just another campaign in the greater war on women, particularly by those who would frame even a march in support of the right to life issue as a battle in this fictitious war dreamed up by Democrat operatives in 2012. Reporters, however, should hold themselves to a higher standard in this one instance. The standard was not met. Maybe this incident will result in some self-imposed restraint moving forward. That is that. We're going to take a timeout. Top of the hour coming up. In the next hour, we will chat with my good buddy Brock LaRob is coming up in the third hour. So if you've never heard Brock on this show, you need to, because he's fantastic. He's one of Catolo's buddies, so should be fun. We'll do that in the third hour. Next hour, Gerhard von Resnick, I think. He's coming up. And Dr. Katz on the way.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth Update. Here's Heather Wagenhals.
Today's update is on money mistakes to avoid. Mistakes are easy to make as we are stressed out, overworked, and underpaid. When we're overcommitted, it's easy to fall into one of these money mistakes. Thinking more money is the cure. If we can't handle what we do have, more money won't fix our skill level. It just gets us into more trouble. Hoping things will change. Hope is not a strategy, and only a strategy is the strategy. Failing to plan is a recipe for planning to fail. Not having an emergency fund. Credit cards are not an emergency fund, and failing to save puts our future wealth at risk. Focusing on things that suck money instead of make money. Shopping, cigarettes, booze, and luxury items we presently can't afford trades our big dreams of financial freedom for little ones like material objects and indulgences. For more great resources to help you create unlimited wealth and happiness, visit our website at crackingyourmoneycode.com. I'm Heather Wagenhals. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
Back here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border, it's Transmedia Worldwide Studios here in the great salt city of Etchison, Kansas. We're live 2 to 5 Central, 3 to 6 Eastern, 12 to 3 Pacific, and 24/7 at jiggyjaguar.com. Got a special interview with us today. Gerhard van Resburg joins us on Skype. He is a good doctor. He's a new ERA leadership and personal development coach as well. And his website, www.newzealand.co.za. And he's with us today talking about a myriad of topics. Gerhard, welcome to the broadcast. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Yeah, very good. And hello to your listeners as well.
Well, Dr. Gerhard, first of all, what's your passion and purpose in life?
Right. Yeah, it's a broad question, but in terms of really what drives me from day to day, it is to help others see the potential in them, and then to support them in unlocking that. That's basically it. It is firstly for people to realize that they always do have more potential than they actually live with, and that the first thing is to have that belief in your own potential. And, the reservoir that is there, very unique to each individual, but that you can still untapped, and that is the great motivator, I believe, in life. That we know we have more to offer than what we do at any point in time. And then, well, from a coaching perspective, to help people first to realize that, and then to support them in unlocking that potential. That is what drives me. That is my passion.
Dr. Gerhard with us today here on the big broadcast. Gerhard Van Resburg joins us here on the big program. How do you think you were prepared for doing what you're doing?
Yeah, if you look back on your life and how your life unfolded, and the many lessons that you've learned, and what contributed to you being who you are, then I have to start with my parents. I think the key thing there for me is that the example that I got from them, and I can talk at length about that, but the basic one here for me is that they were always prepared to question and to examine life. It was never a case of the way things are is the way things will be, but it was always a process and a debate in terms of questioning aspects of life. So that's the one thing, and I think also my first career was in ministry. So for the first 19 years, it was a fantastic foundation for me to learn interpersonal skills, learn about leadership and group dynamics, and that was also where my spiritual base was formed, obviously. So all of that, I think, comes good in what I'm doing right now, because you have something that you know to be true, and that you know is a part of wisdom that you can share with others, and also help them to find it in themselves. So yeah, I think that's in a nutshell to answer that question.
We've got Gerhard Van Resburg joining us today here on Skype, here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show, coast to coast, border to border. What have you found to be important in personal mastery and effectiveness?
To answer that, I've on my website, and by the way, just to see if I can quickly repeat, I'm not sure if you had it right there. It is www.newlead.co.za. But I have the 5 thinking disciplines that will make you effective. So I think I've identified these 5 things as key factors in personal mastery. And the first one is to think broad, and what I mean by that is that one needs to always do your best to include as many different perspectives as you can, and we know that the way we live, we seldom kind of find this mind space to reflect on different perspectives for the same thing, but that is a discipline that is very important. So I call it think broad. The second one is think now, and it is really the slogan of Nike there, just do it. When you know in your gut it is the right thing to do, just do it. So if you hold on to that discipline, you'll find yourself growing in terms of being effective. And then third one is think vision, and what I mean by that is the importance of always to keep on dreaming, be inspired by your own pictures of the future. The fourth one is to think 1, 2, 3, and what I mean there is to order your thinking. What I mean by 1, 2, 3 is just a process of ordering your thinking. So what is at top of your mind if you think about your dreams, your vision, and actually at any point in time, to organize your thinking in terms of your personal goals and even for the day. what comes up first, what's second, and what's third. But you need to do that in order your thinking, writing it down. Start with the first thing that comes to mind, and the rest will follow. The last one, the fifth one, is think done, and this is critical because we can have all the plans, but it's all in the implementation. Think done, and enjoy the satisfaction of being a finisher. So if I keep in mind what it would be like to have finished this particular action or project for the day, you stay motivated. You will be satisfied in the end. So enjoy that as a satisfaction, and again, start a new day with that in mind. So yeah, I think that's the 5. It's also on my video on the website.
Dr. Gerhard Resberg with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast, and what are your favorite quotes and books?
James, yeah, there's a lot of them that comes to mind. Actually, I think I enjoy reading philosophy books and then find the link in terms of what it says for leadership. Recent ones that I've read is The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni. Another book that I found very interesting recently is What's Mine is Yours, subtitle being The Rise of Collaborative Consumerism, which is really a fantastic perspective on something that's developing today through the internet and through being interconnected, where we actually discover how it influences our idea of capitalism, and it's really this whole idea of doing things collaboratively. And then other favorites in terms of books is Business Secrets of the Trappist Monks by August Turak. And many more. I think on the quote side, what I really enjoy and speaks to me is, you'll become as small as your controlling desire and as great as your dominant aspiration. That's a quote by James Allen. You'll become as small as your controlling desire, but as great as your dominant aspiration. Also, Socrates, the old one there, and a very short one, wisdom begins in wonder. And in terms of leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. That's J.F. Kennedy. So, yeah, that's answering that one, James.
Dr. Gerhard Resberg with us today here on the broadcast. And what are your views on the essence of leadership?
Okay, for me, essentially, it starts with yourself. It's really about leading yourself well. We also call it self-mastery. And there are many aspects of it, some that I've actually shared with you in terms of the thinking disciplines, but lead yourself well. On my website, you will find 32 leadership principles. And it's divided in 3 areas. One is leading self. I've got 11 leadership principles on that one. The second one is leading change, 7 principles. And the third one is leading others, where I have 14 principles. All of those together, is really what I believe is what leadership is. And by the way, they are all packaged in weak modules to help people to develop in their leadership. But then to get back to the question, so the first one is, really leading yourself well, and then the second important one is to never stop learning about how to positively influence others and your environment. So if you think about it, there are 3 questions, I think, that pertain to leadership and that people expect from leaders. So if you understand that, that will be key to guide you in terms of your own growth and development. First question I think that people have is, or expectation is, what do you model to us? What is your example? What inspires us in terms of how you listen? So that is matters of character, integrity, courage, personal mastery. The second question that people would have is, what is our destination? Where do you want to take us? What is the destination? What's the vision? Do people see in you that you are passionate about where you want to take them? The third one then is, how will you engage us? How will you make us part of this journey towards that destination? And that is all to do with your team building approach, your passion for that, and your interpersonal skills, how you engage others. That'll be my answer to the essence of leadership and how you have a structure or a framework to understand it.
Dr. Gerhard Van Resburg joins us this morning here on the big broadcast, coast to coast, border to border. What are your views on leadership development?
On that one, I really believe that in many cases we find that it's to a very traditional model or methodology and belief about leadership development. If you think about it, when in organizations people look for people to take up leadership positions, then in most cases the criteria would be knowledge, experience, strategic and tactical skills, things that people believe will help the organization, and indeed those are important. People would also be looking for people that can use their positional authority to get quick results, and that's a natural expectation and approach. However, we so often find that these things they do not really speak to the heart of the organization and how, together leadership, the leadership will help the organization to unlock potential within them. In most cases, we already have knowledge, we have tactical skills. So the areas for development, I believe, is more to do with organizational health aspects and the culture. So to help that, if you go to the individual and you want to develop him, I think it is often more in the areas of awareness. It's in the area of helping a person to do that inner work, to reflect on him or herself, challenging yourself, the personal mastery aspect. And the third area is to grow your inner wisdom in terms of what is, I call it context-sensitive leadership responses. In other words, you can know a lot, but the key for leadership is to use the right thing at the right time. What is a good leadership response, looking at the context. So all those things speak more to the culture than really strategy. It's more a change of heart and attitude, and it's really a change of processes and tools. And you need to have an approach more of questioning and shared learning than advocacy. So that is what I believe is needed in terms of leadership development today.
Gerhard Van Resburg joins us this morning here on the big broadcast via Skype. What are exciting projects you were busy with?
Yeah, I think the main one for me there is, probably two. One is my online program that I alluded to, the 32 Leadership Principles, and to really get people registering on it and making use of it. It's been a lot of work in that, and a strong belief that because it's quite recently still launched, I have a number of organizations making use of it with great results. But it's really to grow that in the market. And the second one is, I'm working on the next book. I've written 2 books, and now working on a third one to be published by Motivational Press. And so the title of that book is Deeper Foundations for Higher Aspirations, Leadership for a New Era. So I'm quite excited about getting the manuscript ready.
It is Gerhard van Resburg. Thanks for being with us today, my friend. Thanks for being on the program.
Thanks a lot.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkinson, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Have you ever considered going to all 122 major North American pro sport team games? Did you ever wonder how much it would cost? A group recently compiled how much all of this would cost. They took the 25 most expensive and 25 cheapest teams to see in person. This would cover 4 major sports of the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. NFL teams are the most expensive, with the NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball following right along. Overall, the average cost for an adult to attend a game for all 122 games is $79.31. That is just shy of $10,000 per person. Of course, this does not include travel, food, or accommodations. Wouldn't it be nice to actually do this? However, someone at home may stand in the way. Perhaps you can use this pricing information to surround your home with all the comforts to watch sports. I'm Dave Ferguson of BeyondTheCheers.com, and this has been a Beyond the Cheers moment.
24/7, 365, and available worldwide on the internet. This is the #1 talk show online, the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show.
Welcome back to the broadcast, coast to coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. We're going to be talking about, we're going to take a break from all the pressing news of the day and Justin Bieber being arrested for driving under the influence and all sorts of crap. To talk about a really cool topic today, and that's keeping a kissable mouth for Valentine's Day. And we've got Dr. Harold Katz joining us on the telephone. Dr. Katz, how are you?
I'm doing great. I woke up without morning breath.
Well, I'll tell you, I am looking forward to this topic. This is a really cool topic today. Before we get into it, drkatz.com. That's drkatz.com for more information on our incredible guest here. Now, Doctor, keeping a kissable mouth for Valentine's Day, the biggest and the best kissing holiday of the year is right around the corner, and how exactly can we help out with Valentine's Day? It's coming up fast, my friend.
Oh, yeah, and you have to understand what goes on inside the mouth. I'm a dentist. I also have a degree in bacteriology, and I got involved in treating bad breath specifically about 17 years ago when my own teenage daughter had a bad breath problem. And I went to UCLA School of Dentistry, great school, but they teach you very little about bad breath. So I learned a lot on my own, working with my daughter, trying to help freshen her breath. In a nutshell, bad breath is caused by a group of bacteria that live in the back of your tongue, throat, and tonsils. So you can
really?
Brush your teeth you can brush your teeth all day and still have bad breath because you're not attacking the real source. And these bacteria, under certain conditions, such as a dry mouth or eating too many proteins, start to produce chemicals called volatile sulfur compounds. And those are chemicals, one's hydrogen sulfide, that's the rotten egg smell. Another chemical is called cadaverine. Another is called putrescine. That's not my sister-in-law's name. That's another chemical. It's the smell of rotting flesh. And that's what takes place in the mouth of everyone on the face of the earth. Now, a third of the population has it severe enough where someone else can smell it. And that's where I come in. I actually have an instrument we use in our clinic called a halometer that measures bad breath. And in my daughter's case, she definitely had enough bad breath to be noticeable. That's because she exercised a lot and was in the girls' basketball team, made her mouth dry, and allowed these bacteria to produce more sulfur compounds so that her friends would offer her gum and mints, and she was crying in the carpool. And 17 years ago, I helped her out, and here I am today talking to you, so it must work.
Well, Dr. Katz joins us today here on the program talking kissable mouths, keeping a kissable mouth for Valentine's Day. And it seems with the kiss, because for many reasons, our lips and tongues are packed with nerve endings. It just helps intensify everything.
You're so right. In fact, one thing that I discovered, one of my patients was an anthropologist, and she told me that when you kiss someone, you're really close, What you're doing at the same time is you're smelling them. You're sniffing them out. That's part of our nature inside of our brain. So at the same time that those nerve endings you mentioned are getting a sensation, you're also picking up odors. And deep inside of our brain is an organ which lets us know if a smell is negative, that tells the rest of our body, danger, stay away. It goes back to the time when we were cavemen and you came across a dead saber-toothed tiger meat that was rotting. Well, those same rotting smells are what's in bad breath. And you go on a date and you're ready to kiss that girl goodnight, and she could be the most gorgeous girl in the world, but if she's got bad breath, your brain is telling you, stay away, danger. And I'm here to help everyone smell good so we can start kissing all over again.
Now, Dr. Katz, let's get a little bit more information on how exactly we can do this. Is there some sort of pill or something here, or what's going on?
Well, we created a formula in our clinic. It's called TheraBreath. It's actually, I know you guys work with Amazon a lot. It's the #1 mouthwash on Amazon.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's #1 mouthwash on Amazon. It's available in stores. It's Walmart and Target and Walgreens.
Yeah.
But what's unique about it, and I don't want to make it sound like an infomercial here.
What's
unique about it is because of my background in bacteriology, it has an oxygenating compound in it, quite different from all the other mouthwashes and toothpaste. The oxygen attacks those bacteria, literally puts a straitjacket around them so they can't produce odors.
Wow.
Secondly, if you eat onions and garlic, what you're smelling there are also sulfur compounds. The oxygen changes the chemistry, so it will deodorize onions and garlic, and that's why it has ended up being the #1 mouthwash on Amazon. So look for TheraBreath. That's THERA breath.com. But there are some other important tips I want to share as well.
Go ahead, my friend. The floor is yours, my friend.
Well, #1, you need to keep your mouth as moist as possible. Dry mouth is probably the leading cause of bad breath. And what people are doing wrong is they're using those strong mouthwashes, which are full of alcohol. Alcohol makes your mouth dry. Just as an example, the leading mouthwash is 27% alcohol. That's more than a whole six-pack of beer. And
wow!
A six-pack of beer is not going to freshen your breath. I've done the research already. It doesn't work.
Now, Dr. Katz, let's get back to what we were talking there about with TheraBreath. How long has this been around, and what was some of the research for this?
Well, it's been around for about 10 years. We first got it into Walgreens and then Rite Aid and CVS and all those stores.
Yeah.
The research is based on a very simple process. We know that the bacteria that cause bad breath are anaerobic, which simply means they can't live in the presence of oxygen. So for a number of years, people thought, well, I'll use some hydrogen peroxide. Well, the problem with that, it breaks down into free radicals, so it's not safe to use for long periods of time. So we came across a natural compound that was used to purify drinking water in Europe, where they're a lot more, let's say, ecologically serious about getting rid of odors in drinking water. We applied that to mouthwash, toothpaste, breath mints, and it worked like a charm for my daughter. We opened a clinic. I'm here in L.A. today, where I live. We have a clinic here in Los Angeles where we've treated just tens of thousands of people with bad breath, with the TheraBreath formulas, and then we launched into stores. So tons of research. I was actually in London 2 weeks ago talking to the British people about freshening their breath because they definitely need help. But we've opened clinics in China and in Thailand and in Cambodia. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, nobody wants to have bad breath. And using the formulas helps. In fact, what I'd like to do for Valentine's Day, if your listeners want some free samples of the TheraBreath, along with my book, we have a book out called The Bad Breath Bible, which does come in Old and New Testament.
I do want to talk about. I want to in our next segment. I want to talk about that book. But go ahead and give us the information before we take a quick time out here.
Just call my office. It's 800-557-6960. 800-557-6916. You get some free TheraBreath mouthwash, toothpaste, and fresh breath lozenges too.
Well, we're going to take a quick time out here with Dr. Katz, and when we come back, we're going to talk about his book and also chat a little bit more about keeping a kissable mouth for Valentine's Day. We've got more with Dr. Katz when we get back here on the broadcast.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Out Loud Minute. The Out Loud Minute. New Jersey residents find 2 lanes closed on the busiest bridge in the world because of political retribution. The downgrade of the U.S. credit rating results in a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit citing political retaliation. Conservatives are told they're no longer welcome in the state of New York. This is Malcolm Out Loud. There is a divisiveness in our political and business circles that is consuming America. Yet little is being done to change the trajectory of a nation that leaps from one scandal to the next. Well, the out loud truth is, our leaders spend their time playing the blame game. Well, if our political and business leaders stopped to listen to one another's points of view, well, maybe, just maybe, there would be less tension and more problem solving. Less time vilifying each other and more time spent in finding common ground. Well, this will strengthen America instead of tearing it apart. And I'll see you back at malcolmaloud.tv.
Now, the Jiggy Jaguar Show on JiggyJaguar.com.
Coast to coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada, 41 minutes after the hour. Thanks for tuning in to the big broadcast from the Transmedia Worldwide Studios in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas. We're live 2 to 5 Central, 3 to 6 Eastern, and 12 to 3 Pacific. 24/7 at JiggyJaguar.com, on the TuneIn apps and Radio Loyalty. And you can find us each and every weekday morning at TalkSuperstation.com. Our podcast is available at JiggyJaguar.net. And, of course, this segment of the big broadcast is brought to you by our good friends at Jordan's Juice Barbecue Sauce. Juice it up with Jordan's. Find them online at jordansjuice.com. And this segment is we're going to be talking with Dr. Katz about his incredible book. If you missed our last segment, we're going to be giving some information on how you can get some of this TheraBreath. It is absolutely amazing. And Dr. Katz is back with us. Doctor, you have written a pretty cool book here. Let's talk about the book.
Well, it's called the Bad Breath Bible, and the reason I called it that because it's the truth. Like the Bible's the truth, and so is the book. It's 55 pages, and it's based on just tons and tons of research we've done over the years on bad breath, as well as gum disease and tooth decay. People just don't know what goes on inside their mouth. They watch some cute TV commercial and think, well, that toothpaste, that celebrity's using it, it's going to work for me. But there's facts in there such as your toothpaste is full of detergents, which can lead to canker sores and dry mouth. Your mouthwash not only has alcohol in it, but several weird flavors and coloring agents in order to make you buy it. So there's a lot of information in there, as well as things related to medication. You may not know this, but 75% of prescription medication has dry mouth as a side effect. And that
really
leads to bad breath. Yeah, your antihistamines, antidepressants, high blood pressure medicine, they're all a problem. And we list those medications in the book so people can be well aware of what they're taking. And we talk about ingredients in mouthwash and toothpaste and breath mints, things that might sound like it's some beneficial chemical, but it's actually a fancy term for things which could be harmful to you.
Now, with the with the release of the book, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that are picking this up and have been chatting with you about it. What are some of the different reviews and things you've gotten on the book so far?
Well, the number one is the latest version just came out, the 2014 version, but we've probably printed about 2 million of them since it first came out 10 years ago. And in the new version, we talk about probiotics, and the feedback we've gotten so far is amazing. People were not aware that there are actually probiotics for oral health, not just the ones that keep you from getting gas.
Oh, really?
That you see advertised on TV. There's a new kind of probiotic, and we're the only one that has it, and it's available on the TheraBreath.com website, so you can get information about those probiotics. Actually prevents tooth decay, sore throats, middle ear infections in children. So there's a lot of science going on out there from small companies like us and from researchers outside the U.S., but if you watch TV every day, you wouldn't know it all. You hear about these very heavily advertised products which are full of blue colors, green colors, yellow colors, all sorts of things to make you think something is happening. And they're made to taste badly on purpose so that psychologically you think, well, if this tastes bad, it must be good. Well, that's not true. Your mouthwash does not have to taste bad to actually work. It doesn't have to have any taste at all. It's just got to attack the bacteria and odors.
Oh, really? We've got Dr. Katz with us today here on the broadcast, TheraBreath. It is just an amazing, amazing deal. This book that we're talking about today. What was the idea behind this? Why did you decide to write this?
Well, we needed to educate the public. I mean, when the Internet first came out, we were one of the first ones to actually have a website that talked about the truth behind oral health, and then we actually put it into a print version, which is the Bad Breath Bible. But I've actually gone all over the world. As I mentioned earlier, I've been to China, to South Korea, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and it's because of the book. People read the book. Universities have sponsored my trips to Asia, as an example. because I've actually spoken to about 6 different dental schools in Asia to educate them about bad breath, because for years people believe nonsense that bad breath comes from the digestive system, which is not true, or that brushing your teeth will freshen your breath. You have to keep your tongue clean, your tonsils clean, and that's what the TheraBreath formulas do. So we've been very fortunate to come up with, there's 18 patents on the formula, so not just something we dreamed up. We did a lot of research on it in order to get 18 patents on it. But what's important is the response we get from people. People have had bad breath for a number of years who can't kiss their spouse anymore, or their grandchildren make fun of them. They say, oh, Grandma has bad breath. So we're able to help that as well. And you can see a lot of those testimonials on TheraBreath.com. But as I mentioned earlier, I would love to give out free samples to your listeners, because we know the product works, and then they can order it directly to Amazon through your website. So just call my office. It's 800-557-6960. We'll send out some free samples, or you can check out all the testimonials on Amazon. It's again, it's the highest rated, #1 selling mouthwash on Amazon. So it's the real deal.
Well, I'll tell you, Dr. Katz, it has been an enjoyable conversation with you. We're going to post this interview along with links to buy the book and buy TheraBreath on our website at JiggyJaguar.com. Thanks for being with us today. This has definitely been a fun segment.
Your breath is fantastic.
Well, thank you. I've often been told I need to have good breath, and I need to dress up because it is, after all, radio. So we try to do both of those here, my friend.
Okay, take care.
Definitely. Have yourself a wonderful day, Doctor. Appreciate it, sir.
Bye.
Thanks, man. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show as we continue on. Dr. Katz was fantastic. He was phenomenal. I enjoyed that interview. There's a lot of times that we have people on this show where I'm just like, Jesus, just get this over with. But he was fantastic. We're going to take a break. When we come back, going to talk to Shannon Rose, Mr. Hollywood Rose Report coming up.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Fundraising is a great way to raise money for schools, churches, or any charity. Car washes and bake sales are so tired and time-consuming to organize. People want to help with supporting our clubs and charities, but don't always have the time to give. There is a better way. Giggle donation cards. At giggledonationcards.com, you can raise money the easy way while making people giggle in the process. And the best part, you get 1,000% return on your initial investment. Donations range from 50 cents to $2. Who could say no to that? Just visit giggledonationcards.com to learn more about raising money the easy way while putting a smile on people's faces. giggledonationcards.com. That's giggledonationcards.com.
Free stuff for you just for listening to this station. Yo, we got your attention? Here's how it works. You click on the radio loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for cool stuff in the radio loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple. Free stuff just for doing what you already do. Radio loyalty. Click the banner to join now.
Do you know who Daffy Duck is? Do you know what separates Daffy from other cartoon ducks? His pronounced lisp. He, like I, was born with it and didn't know he had a speech impediment. In school, his classmates would make fun of his condition by mimicking him right to his face. When Daffy got to high school, a real speech therapist showed him the mechanics of proper tongue position in his mouth, although it was kind of strange at first. In 2 weeks, Daffy was speaking like a normal cartoon duck and never lisped again in a social setting, although he did keep his lisp for business reasons when he was performing. Don't be Daffy Duck forever. Lose your lisp. This month, seek out Spider Guy only on Fiverr.com.
Listeners ask us all the time, how can we support the operation? Head over to our website at www.jiggyjaguar.com. That's right, jiggyjaguar.com. Click on the Amazon banner on our page. It will take you to Amazon. You will still see all the great prices, all the great selection, all the great convenience. But when you shop Amazon, we get a little bit of a credit from Amazon, and it helps us keep the operation going here. Recently, we had best-selling author, National Award winner Dan Perkins on, and he was talking about Amazon.
I listened to your promotion for Amazon.com. You can buy book 1 and book 2, which just came out.
Look at that.
I encourage your listeners to go there and support your operation.
You don't need to buy anything you don't want or need. You just do what you do on Amazon. Buy everything that you usually buy there, but do it through our link at jiggyjaguar.com. We get a small percentage, as I mentioned earlier, and it helps really fund our operation. Thanks to our friends at Amazon.com, and thanks for you for supporting us, the great listeners of the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
This is Chris Markowski, your watchdog on Wall Street, and this is your watchdog on Wall Street Money Minute. I get a kick out of all these high and mighty sports casters, sports journalists, whatever you call them. Ah, man, they are the biggest bunch of wimps I've ever seen. It kind of